So I was reading this book, The Personal Memoirs of Ulysses S. Grant, published in 1885, and there was a little story that made me think that sometimes the load you carry will save you. You may not realize it at the time, but in this instant, it did. Grant is in Mexico in 1848. And I'll just read the little bit from page 91. At a little village, Wazumba, near the base of Popocatépetl, where we proposed to commence the ascent, we procured guides and 2 pack mules with forage for our horses. High up on the mountain there was a deserted house of 1 room called the Vaquera, which had been occupied years before by men in charge of cattle ranging on the mountain. The pasturage up there was very fine when we saw it, and there were still some cattle, descendants of the former domestic herd, which had now become wild. It was possible to go on horseback as far as the Vaquera, though the road was somewhat hazardous in places. Sometimes it was very narrow, with a yawning precipice on one side, hundreds of feet down to a roaring mountain torrent below, and almost perpendicular walls on the other side. At one of these places, one of our mules loaded with 2 sacks of barley, 1 on each side, the 2 about as big as he was, struck his load against the mountainside and was precipitated to the bottom. The descent was steep but not perpendicular. The mule rolled over and over until the bottom was reached, and we supposed, of course, the poor animal was dashed to pieces. What was our surprise, not long after we had gone into bivouac, to see the lost mule, cargo and owner, coming up the ascent. The load had protected the animal from serious injury, and his owner had gone after him and found a way back to the path leading up to the hut where we were to stay. Those packs of barley saved that mule. Maybe you're carrying sacks of barley, and one day, maybe they'll save you.